So I'm a used car dealer and I've got a budget of £100,000 to develop the whole of my yard. Now I know what you're thinking, Calvin, there is absolutely no way you're going to get all this work done with a budget of £100,000. You're probably right, but I'm going to try. We are entering our 4th year at this yard here in Binker, Milton Keynes, and in this video we're going to be talking about some drastic changes with the yard and the business. But before we do that, let's rewind back a few years to 2022, where Binker was located at a small farmyard on the southern side of Milton Keynes. We absolutely loved this premises, we really made it our own, and we'd been there a few years. But one day the landlady come down and simply said, we need to leave. And because we had no long-term lease, we had no choice but to get out. And the only site in Milton Keynes that we could find was this site here on the northern side, which used to be a tractor yard, but the cost to take this site on was extortionate. At the time, the used car market was in an extremely challenging place, but our two options were simple: take on this unaffordable premises or close the business. We're a small family business and the business wasn't ready for this big step, but because this news had come out of nowhere, we simply had no choice, and there was no way was we just going to give up. The date to get out of our old site was the 31st of January 2023, and the date that we got the keys to the new site was the exact same day. And because we weren't in a position to stop trading, we had to continue selling cars, but for the time being we had to do that from this tired looking tractor site. The priority of course was to continue buying stock, but we did also give the site a real low budget refurb just to keep the business moving. And I'm not joking, the next 2 years was so challenging for us, scraping by, doing deals, buying, selling, staying open 7 days a week, dealing of course with all the usual day-to-day dramas that comes with running a used car dealership, and doing all of this in an extremely challenging economy. We're now 3 years down the line, and through nothing but hard graft and endless amounts of hours doing deals, 2025 was good to us financially. We had a rebrand and we built our new website, which of course is all done on our platform enterreg.com. So our online presence was dealt with, but it was now time to get our physical presence looking better. But in this video you'll see how this has had a massive negative knock-on effect to so much at Binker. So this is the end of the old Binker and the beginning of the new. Now there's a reason why we've chose a rainy day to film. I'll get to that reason shortly, but before we get to that, let's wander inside to what we call the main indoor unit. But I've always felt like this could be a showroom, and it ain't. Like, we are honoured to have this nice big unit. It's 350 square metres. It's linked to the main reception. We've got the staff area out the back there. We've got kitchens here. We've got the whole upstairs floor as well for the media team. This is a really, really nice area. It's even got stairs that we can overlook all of the cars. It's an opportunity to bring up the image of Binker, which is what we've done with our new brand. As soon as, by the way, I don't need that anymore, bad luck. I don't have bad luck, no such thing as bloody bad luck, but we'll get it down anyway. Now the idea of the rebrand was to reinforce the message behind red, amber and green, which we've done. We've trademarked the red, amber and green idea. Also, the idea behind it is the business has evolved a lot. When we started many, many years ago, 15 or so years ago, we were a trade-only platform. As we've grown, we've stepped more and more into retail. The Binker branding, the new brand, is more formal, it's more classy. We're still hanging on to the Binker name because it's the name that everyone knows and loves, but we've gone for this more, you know, attractive, cleaner looking brand. We've removed the hammer, the auction hammer from the brand, and we're just keeping it clean. This area here is an opportunity for us to present cars better. At the minute, we're keeping the nicer cars in here. It keeps the wet off them, keeps the mud off them, keeps them dry, keeps them clean. It's nice. But I want to make it nicer. I'm thinking tidy up the floor, maybe board the walls, white walls, keep it clean, keep it simple. I've just made an inquiry about whether we can remove these beams as well, because although they look like they're supporting, they might not be. And if we can remove them, get the umbrella out. It would definitely be the end of Binker. It would be the end of Binker. I'll let Amar knock them down. I'll stand outside when he does that. Now straight away, you can see we've got all this new clothing. I now want to do this showroom. As you continue through the yard now with that sort of frame of mind, you'll see that more and more needs to be changed. What colour is my jumper, Amar?
Black.
It's black, Amar. What colour is everything in this yard, Amar?
Blue.
Blue, Amar. It is blue. The problem is everywhere you look, everything's blue. And I want it to be black. The stairs, the shutters that we've recently painted, the doors, blue reception, blue walls, everything needs to be painted black. because I can't deal. I'm hadn't. What colour are the gates, Amar?
Blue.
They're blue.
What made you pick blue in the first place?
Because our old site was blue. So when we took this site on, it was originally it was blue and white. The brand's always been blue and white. We took the site on. We didn't think we were going to come in and rebrand. It was just about finding somewhere to work from. We found the site. We moved in. We quickly decorated it, and then it was like, oh, we're painting the outside of the building. We're painting the shutters, and it's all in line with the old brand. And it looks good. It does look good. But now none of it matches the new brand. And I knew as soon as we were going to change the new brand, it's all good changing on the website and it looks great on the website, but I knew the knock-on effect that I was going to have. And now I'm facing the reality and the expense of dealing with that knock-on effect. The grass, I'd mentioned we wanted to sort that out, yeah? So we're going to be digging that up, putting shingle in that grass as well. Again, back to presentation. It's really important that when someone arrives at Binker, I want them to feel like they're not just standing on a set of Calvin's car dough, but they're also arriving at a really an attractive, well presented car dealership. I want people to feel the pride that we have in our business as they pull in. That there is not only a waste of space, we can use that for parking. We are currently using it for parking, as you can see, but it's a mess. It looks horrible. Look at them two RS3s sat there on that horrible muddy bit of grass. It's a waste. That needs to be shingled. It needs to look more presented, and I want it to look better as people pull into the site.
I now need to talk to you about another problem.
Now, because we're getting the grass done, we've called in the Groundworks guys, yeah, to do the groundworks. We go get our umbrellas and in case the camera lens gets wet. Yeah. We're going to have to, because we're going to have to go back into the depths of the yard. Let's go for a little wander. Go for a little wander. Of course, what I'm doing for the whole intro of this video is presenting you with the problems, right? And we do want to solve every single one of these problems by the end of this video, which is a big ask, but we'll do our best to do that. The Binker photo area, again, new website, new branding. We need a new photo background. This one has been, last winter, the wind came along, folded the top down. It looks a mess. In my head, I thought we're going to do a rebrand anyway. At some point, we're going to change that. We're then looking into AI photos, and we've done a few examples, which you've probably seen on the website. They look a lot better. We need an area to photograph those cars. Showroom would be a lovely area for it. It does mean we're gonna have to get new lighting in the showroom, which again is gonna be part of this process. That area there could now become parking perhaps, or maybe we keep it as a Binker photo spot for the amber and the red cars, possibly, I don't know yet. But either way, the old brand's got to go, and we're rethinking about how we can photograph cars with the new brand in mind. The back units, we painted them all grey. Again, we've got blue shutter doors. They need to go. As you wander out the back of the yard, because we've got this guy coming down to do all the groundworks, puddles, yeah, puddles. They've always been a problem. You do not expect to go to any car dealership and see muddy puddles. Like, this ain't Peppa Pig world, this is Binker. And we need to sort out all of these puddles. We've got more blue, Amar. We've got more blue. Dun, dun, dun. So, we're gonna be sorting out the back of the yard. All this mud that's here now doesn't just look terrible, it's not functional. It's not good for the cars, it's not good for the customers, it's just not ideal. Again, it's expensive. This rebrand, it's gonna cost us a fortune, but it all needs to happen. And I preach about it a lot on social media about how you can improve your business. What can you do to make your business better? I'm doing my best all the time to make my business better in any way that I can. And if there's anything that I'm in control of that I can do, then I will do it within my budget as well, of course. So the back of the yard is getting scraped. We're going to sort out this puddle issue. There's something else that we skipped past that should have been right at the beginning of the video, because this is also something that was a priority from day one, but again, because of expense, it's just never happened. We'll head over there now. And this is something that again is going to be happening because we've got these Groundworks guys coming down. Look at this big building. How lucky are we to have this big building? It's amazing. In an ideal world, the whole yard would be concrete. So the front of the yard from here onwards is all concrete, which is nice. The back of the yard is all tarmac chippings, which is all right, not very presentable, but it's actually fine. The idea is we want to make the whole front of the yard more presentable, and then maybe at a later date address the back of the yard. This here is the car valeting area. The valeters came in this morning, gone home because of the weather, because it's been terrible today. Again, concrete, but we want to extend it. The drainage, we were lucky when we first took the site on, it was a tractor site, and this was the tractor wash. and it's got a filter system under the ground that filters all of the shit out basically, which is really, really good. So we're really lucky to have that. But we want to, now that we're creating more mess, we want to tunnel that water or channel that water better away from our bigger, wider car wash that we've got. So we're going to widen the car wash, put a canopy in here as well, and make it a nicer environment for our valeters to work from. Now also, as the business has grown, the team has grown, which means more office space. Leon's office downstairs, there's currently a stud wall being put up there, so he's got a bit more of a secluded area. And then upstairs, office in there, podcast room in there, got another office there that's become a bit of a dumping ground. Wandering through here, the builders have begun working already. Another office being put in here, toilet upstairs being put in there, another office there, kitchen's being sorted out as well. And then through here, once this is all done, we'll be able to overlook our new, better lit, although the lighting's pretty good at the minute, but better for photos, better lit showroom, nicer, cleaner looking walls and a cleaner looking floor. So it's an exciting chapter for us at Binker, and I'm looking forward to getting it all done. The only bit I'm not looking forward to is paying for it, but anyway, let's get them diggers in and get started with the groundworks.
What's like the actual completion time for all this?
Do you know what, as I'm filming this, I'm thinking this is going to take months. Like currently at the point of filming, it is November 2025. It's going to be happening next year, which will be this year at the point of everyone watching, but I don't know. There's no time scale, but I've just realised that there is a hell of a lot to do.
So the diggers have arrived, and the first job is digging out that old concrete down the side of the car wash.
So progress is being made already in the car wash area. The next step after all of the groundworks has been done, we've got the gully put in as well to soak the drainage away better. The next thing to be done is get the concrete poured. All right, mate?
I spoke with the guys who doing the concrete, yeah?
Yeah.
Can't do Wednesday because they're fully booked.
Okay.
Yeah, but they come in tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
So concrete.
I try to make it ready, I'm a bit busy.
Excellent. So concrete tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, tomorrow about 10 o'clock.
Brilliant. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Okay.
And because I asked for the C35 mix, that's a little bit stronger.
Perfect.
Than normally. It's 130
Extra strength.
for 1 cubic meter, 130.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So straight away, 1,300 quid plus VAT on the concrete in the car wash. This money's going to go quick.
To some people this is just a hand car wash, but to us at Binker, and especially our valeters, this is like a second home. And this patch of concrete that's been breaking away and looking messy for the last few years has made the whole environment feel tired. So we've simply dug it all out, laid in a wire mesh and filled the whole area back in with some fresh concrete. And then finally it's just a simple case of skimming the top and letting it set.
There is a challenge that we've got throughout this whole process, specifically whilst the groundworks are being done. Obviously, we are a car dealership and we want to continue running our business throughout this whole process. We can't afford to shut down to just get this work done. So you can see, whilst the diggers and stuff are in here, it's making mud, it's making mess, which isn't nice for customers. It unfortunately is what it is. We're going to have to persevere and do the best we can for the customers, the staff and the overall business. The overall goal is, of course, a better business for the staff, for the customers and for the business itself. That is what we've got in mind currently, but throughout the process, honestly, it has genuinely been a bit of a nightmare.
The next job was sorting out the puddles in the yard, which meant digging a whole drainage system throughout so the rainwater's got somewhere to go. In doing this, we also decided that we'd do new tarmac chippings throughout the whole rear of the yard, which is in the region of an acre in size. And we also decided that we'd shingle the front half so it just looks a bit more presentable for customers when they come in. This does have additional benefits, which we'll talk about shortly, but it does all come at a price. So far, for the work we've done upstairs, doing the work we've done in the car wash area, doing the whole yard with the drainage and the shingle, we're at over £20,000 already. And although we've made good progress, it feels like there is absolutely loads left to do. We still want to do the grass patch, painting inside, painting outside, signage, and the most expensive bit, the showroom. And the more that we get into this, the more I realise that there is so much more work that needs to be done. Which does mean that 1, of course, the job keeps getting bigger, 2, the estimated idea of spend keeps going up, and 3, it keeps me wondering, when will this ever come to an end? But it's all good, because we have come on a long way already.
We are one step closer. This area of the yard is shingling. So this was the worst part. So we've got all the drainage has now been installed over there. Obviously that's all buried underground now, so the rainwater can soak away into the ground, and we now have a shingle area here. It looks far more presentable. It's a lot cleaner, a lot easier for us to use and walk on, and obviously it makes the cars look better as well. But the problem with doing this area of the yard is I'm now looking at the whole rest of the yard and thinking that needs to be done. At this point, because of how quickly we're spending money, I don't know if that's going to be affordable, but maybe later on in the video we can revisit that. Let's just see how the spending goes. Like for example, this bit here straight away, this was very muddy and puddled here when we started, or before we started, and it's now a lot drier. We had loads of rain over the weekend, and it's not wet here at all. The drain's doing its job perfectly.
So that's all good for the main yard. Let's now go and see how the valeters are getting on with the new car wash area.
It looks good out here now, doesn't it? Much better. Just feels nice. Sammy's happy. Drainage is all working better, and just feels cleaner, clearer, and it feels like we've got a lot more space as well. All that old broken concrete, because we didn't use it before, because you couldn't really, it just sort of reduced the size of the area, so now we can get the full use out of this massive area.
Do you think the ground is lightly coloured as well, that it just makes it look more open?
Feel brighter, doesn't it? It does feel brighter here. Maybe, yeah, maybe. You can see straight away it's starting to get use out of the space. So yeah, it is better. It's good. I'm happy. New problem. This area here, it's obviously looking a lot cleaner, a lot clearer, far better presented. This is our old photo bay, right? And obviously it was done a few years ago now. We've obviously got, obviously with the rebrand, this logo needs replacing. So what we're going to be doing is, I feel like it'd be better placed here. 2 reasons for that. 1, because there's a bit more space here. And 2, where am I standing there? The ground sort of goes from shingle to concrete. So we've got a mix of, if you look at that Zafira there as a prime example, it's parked on 2 different types of ground, whereas here we had that car parked here, so that Mini was parked here. Now it's a far more consistent ground. So Pavel is here somewhere. No, he's not. He's just gone to B&Q to get some timber. We're going to build a timber frame, get some boards on it, and I'm still waiting for signage. The signage guy has been on a little bit of a mission, but we will get there. So yeah, new photo bay.
Now let's head upstairs to pick up a phone call from a friend of mine who's just been to view a car, and it sounds like he's been having just them usual used car buying dramas.
Did you look at the car?
Yeah, I didn't buy it, man.
Why?
Apparently, he said that he had PPF on it, right?
Yeah.
And around the door edges and everywhere, it was like the lacquer's peeled off.
That's a shame. What about the damage on the down the side? Was it back?
No, that was okay, but it looks like the car's a bit rough.
Oh, what? That's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've just come back.
So you're back to the drawing board now?
Yeah.
Surely you need to buy it and tidy it up.
Yeah. I offered him 19.5, but he wouldn't take it.
Would he not take 20 grand for it?
No, he said 20.5.
All right, if I come across anything, I'll shout you, yeah?
All right.
All right, see that.
Bye.
So that's a friend / customer. He's after a Mercedes S-Class, right? And this is really interesting because he said to me, Cal, can you just do a check on it? Because I've been trying to find him one. Couldn't find him one quickly. He wants one like ASAP. And he's found one online. I've done a check on it, Car Vertical, shout out to them. In fact, come sit down. And the car's not categorised. The car's cheap. It's priced below market value. The guy said, look, I'm up for taking an offer for it. It's a long wheelbase S-Class, S350, lovely car. I won't put pictures of it up because I don't want to kill the guy's advert, and it's kind of unrelated. But it's a 20 plate car. We'll probably blow out the reg out of this check actually. Obviously with every video I look to put a car vertical check in every single video that I film because it's good awareness. When you're buying a used car, it's always really important to do a car vertical check. Anyway, and obviously if you use my code CCD, you will get 20% off your check as well. I've done this check for this customer and it's come up straight away, there's damage. Now it's not a categorised car, so it's not going to negatively impact the value of it as such, like a category would. But if you click on damage, so you're looking for all green ticks, as I mentioned all the time. Green tick on the damage, green tick on emissions is here nor there, because it just varies depending on what engine's under the bonnet of the car. But mileage is all good. No finance, not been stolen before. But yeah, you want to see a green tick on that damage. In this case, there isn't a green tick. It does say that we found one record for this vehicle. And if you scroll down, you can see damage, and it says on the right-hand side of the car, it's had an insurance assessment, so it's had some previous damage there, and they estimated the repair to be between £5,000 and £10,000. Now, my customer said to me, Calvin, is this something I should be concerned about? I was like, not necessarily, because it's the car's a few years old. I think it's done about 100,000 miles. It's aged. It's been on the road a few years. It's not unheard of that a car's had some kind of damage or paint, or my M5, for example, it's had the key scratched on the door. It's been in a body shop. At some point, I'm sure that will come up on the car vertical check. So it's not a massive negative. It's not a categorised car, but it's a good sort of, for your information, FYI, have a little look when you go to look at the car and just check along that side to see how bad the damage was. He's just said on the phone there, the damage wasn't bad. What about the damage on down the side? Was it bad?
No, that was okay.
But give him that opportunity to inspect and be curious about what was going on there. He's had a look, he's happy with it. In fact, it turns out that the rest of the car didn't quite meet his expectations, so he hasn't gone ahead and bought that car. But that there is valuable information, and the only way you can get that, as far as I know anyway, in today's world, is doing a car vertical check. So I will link them below, and use my code CCD to get 20% off. And in the meantime, if anyone's got a long wheelbase S-Class that they want to sell, preferably a nice spec one, he wants one with a pan roof, then do reach out. And now it's time to say goodbye to our grass, which I am actually a little bit sad about, because I like it. I like having a bit of grass. You just get the boys out in the summer to get it cut, make it look neat. I did like it, but cars are big. We need space to park them, and this is a big wasted bit of space. So the plan is, Valdez has started taking the top layer of grass off. We had a load of hardcore delivered, and we had this dilemma. Should we go for shingle, like over this side of the yard that we've just had done, or should we do tarmac chip-ins? I personally don't love tarmac chip-ins. I personally like shingle. Shingle does look like a traditional car dealership, if you like, which to me, I think looks really, really good. But I've been outvoted. So we're going to go for tarmac chipping on the front. We're going to get it rolled as well, got the roller there. I don't know if it'll all be done today, but either way, that grass is going, and we're going to have a whole load. Oh, the flagpole's gone, Amar. I just noticed. It's early now. He started even earlier than us. He got here bright and early. So flagpole's gone, loads of clean space, hardcore tarmac chippings, and then we can get some cars in here. Obviously, again, the goal is first impressions. As you walking, driving, we get a lot of locals walking their dogs and they wander in as well. But as you pull into the yard, we want better presentation. I want good first impressions. At the minute, it don't look good because it's messy. But generally, prior to all this work, I just wasn't happy with the first impressions of the site. And as this work has unfolded, I'm kind of thinking there's now more that I want to do. And it's going to make this video, I don't know.
A long one.
It's going to make it a very, very long video. In fact, I've been thinking maybe this needs to be staged over a few videos. I don't know. I'll put more thought into that shortly. But either way, it's exciting. I want to do more. And trust me, to everyone that visits Bincar, because we get so many people coming from the channel, coming to us here in Milton Keynes. When you come here, you're already impressed. I know you are. Everyone has a good time at Bincar. It's always a good experience, but going forward after all this work's done, you're going to be impressed. You're going to pull in there, you'll be like, wow, Calvin's site looks amazing. So yeah, loads of positive ideas. I'm excited for this to be done. Again, we can get some nice cars on display there, so when you pull in, you see nothing but nice cars. So we'll leave Valdez to it, and we'll come back to him shortly when it's all looking clean and presentable.
So So we're now about 5 weeks into the job and the spending just continues to rise. The job of doing the grass has been one I've been wanting to do since we moved in, and it's definitely one that's worthwhile. The process of doing the grass is of course digging all of the old turf out first, digging down a good amount so we don't get no ground sinking when we park cars on there, filling it with hardcore, and then we can put the tarmac chippings down. But there is a hurdle that's stopping us from being able to make any further progress.
Problem. Yes, we have a problem. So this is currently being filmed on that week between Christmas and New Year, where strangely everyone just wants to chill. Like, why do you want to chill? I'm convinced that relaxing is no good for you. I find relaxing nothing but stressful. I want to keep things moving. So I'm here at work. So is Amar. Amar's on it, and you're Amar. Always. And the problem is, we've had all the hardcore delivered, as you lot know. We've been cracking on. We've dug out all the grass, which here is all the grass, the mud. Annoying because it's in the car park. Again, going back to customers visiting Binker, this ain't ideal, but got to keep the business rolling and I want to keep the work moving as well. We've ordered all the hardcore, that's arrived. We've ordered all the tarmac chippings, they haven't arrived. Try getting tarmac chippings between Christmas and New Year. Everyone closes, everyone's shut down. Trying to get this right now is going to be a problem. We ordered it and they promised it would be delivered before Christmas, but it didn't arrive. So we've got 2 loads, which is enough to do probably half, but we need another 2 loads. The reason why this is a problem, by the way, I say it's a very small problem. We can get it in the new year, but like I said, I want to get it done ASAP. We've rented the digger and the dumper for a week. It's going back on the 2nd of Jan. So I might have to rent it for a few more days, worst case scenario. Also, the guy that's doing the work, he's got another job to go to, so he needs to get it done this week. And I can't have all this like this in the first week of Jan. So yeah, need to find some tarmac chippings ASAP. By the way guys, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the Merc 320CE tonight on the Planet Dreams Instagram at 9 PM. If you ain't entered for your chance to win it yet, it's 5p an entry. Lovely car of course, proper 90s old school classic. Frameless windows. Is it going to open? It's frozen in it. I don't want to damage it. Should I try it? It's fine. Frameless, pillarless doors. It's such a cool feature on this car. I would open the window right now, but I don't really want to. Sunroof as well, proper cruiser, automatic gearbox, straight 6 engine. And what I haven't yet mentioned is AMG body kit, AMG wheels, and it's got that all important AMG ducktail boot spoiler as well, with an AMG exhaust tip. So yeah, lovely car, 5p an entry, Planet Dreams will be linked below. If you have or haven't entered, please just join us on the live stream. They're always exciting, and I'm going to make the phone call to the lucky winner myself tonight to say congratulations, you've won the Merc. Good luck to everyone who has entered, and I'll see you tonight.
Following a little Insta story, I managed to get 2 loads of tarmac chippings delivered immediately, so the work could continue. January for us at Binker is probably our busiest month of the year, and there was no way could I have this mess lingering over us on the first week of Jan. So we crack on, get all them tarmac chippings down, get it rolled, and we now have a nice presentable area that used to be our beloved patch of grass. Now the final job is of course parking some cars on there.
So it is bright and early on a Saturday morning. We want to get this bit of filming out of the way before all the customers arrive. A lot of people that are car dealers that are watching will know that Saturdays are without a doubt the busiest day in the used car market. We've had some issues. We've had some issues since the day we took the site on, specifically with the drainage, where I've probably, for those that follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've sort of spoke about it a lot, where we're having blockages somewhere along the line. So the building's obviously there, and we've got a septic tank and a filtering system that we have to get cleaned or emptied every now and then. And you know, it works, but every now and then we have issues, and we have had some issues. And I'll put some disgusting B-rolls on screen. Look away now if you don't want to see it. And yeah, we've had to sort that out. So we've had this inspection chamber fitted here. So between the building and the cesspit, there's now an inspection chamber, which means that we don't have that anymore. So if we have any issues inside, we can now get in here and clean in the gullies to make sure, in the pipes to make sure, or to relieve the blockage. So that is now sorted, and I want to say a massive thanks to Metro Rod. They're actually subscribers of the channel, and they reached out and said, look, I saw it in your Instagram story. Looks like you're having a bit of a problem, and it was a very problem, and they took it personal. They've come out here, they've dealt with it, and we now have a fully functional sewage toilet system, and hopefully going forward we should have no further issues. This has come with obviously extra cost, and I was actually considering like genuinely reaching out to, you know, Kevin McLeod, who does Grand Designs, and saying, Kevin, I think I've got a good little opportunity for an episode here.
Tell me how you've managed to finish this building.
Same as every other one of your guests, I've massively overspent on my budget. I reckon I've spent 30% of my budget, and I've done about 10% of the work. The cost of doing all of this work has just gone up and up and up, and which is quite good because we're coming to an end of a tax year, and the whole reason for doing this was I need to spend some money before the end of the tax year, basically. So when we initially filmed the intro of this video, I first filmed it like this. So I'm a used car dealer. And I've got a £50,000 budget to develop my whole yard. But I soon realised that we couldn't do this on a budget of £50,000. So we refilmed the intro and we done it like that. So I'm a used car dealer and I've got a budget of £100,000 to develop the whole of my yard. And now I think we're over £30,000 into the job already, and through your eyes you probably look and think, you know, not a lot's changed, but a hell of a lot has changed. There's a lot of like this stuff, like the groundwork, all this stuff that you kind of don't really see, has made a big difference here at Binker. We have made extra progress. Oh, sorry, I've jumped the gun a little bit there. Forget about the progress bar. Let's talk about more jobs that have occurred, or more ideas that have occurred in my head. The parking, by the way, let's talk about that. I've got some B-roll shots. The other day it was snowing. We need to talk about the cold weather because that has also presented us with a bit of a problem. Nice B-roll shot of all these cars parked here. It's lovely. I've got my 2 cars parked here. I just pulled them on here just for this morning, just to present this section of the video in a nice way. They're both a little bit dirty, a bit annoying, but you get the idea. We've got a nice presentable area there. Again, there's so much more that I want to do with this area. It's looking a bit groggy around here. I want to buy a road sweeper. If anyone's selling a road sweeper, please reach out. I'd love to buy one. I think it'd be cool for the channel, it'd be cool for the yard, and it'd be a cool addition to Binker. The cold weather, the reason why I mentioned that as an issue, you can see it's freezing this morning. The cars are just slowly defrosting, them ones there are all frozen over. I've decided, obviously we've gone for the black signage, right? The grey buildings just don't look as good. We've just finished painting that one. In fact, we've more than recently finished painting the big one at the back, and that's all going to need painting again. But again, this knock-on effect, we're going to show you upstairs shortly. We've had some nice progress up there. It's looking incredible up there. I want to paint the outside of the buildings black. And also with the building in mind, I've been thinking that whilst we're painting the cladding black, would it be a good idea to paint the bricks black? And then do you replace the windows? Like, the jobs just keep mounting up constantly. But obviously we can't do that at the minute because of the ice. We're now in the middle of February. We've been filming this video for 3 months. I want this to be not only a nice, presentable, enjoyable car dealership for the staff and the customers, as I've mentioned so many times in this video, but I also want this to be the stage of Calvin's Car Diary. I want this to be the home of Calvin's Car Diary. This is where we film every day. I want it to be good for us as well as a media team. So annoyingly, because of the cold weather, painting outdoors isn't currently an option. This video could either be, we'll conclude what we're doing with this video shortly when we go upstairs, but it could either be hung out and strung out to another 2-3 months, or we could stage it over a couple of videos. The showroom, we've made progress in there, but I'm purposely not going to show you in there right now because I'm excited for that to be a separate video. We've also made progress in the photo bay area. That's changed. I'll show you what it should have been looking like in this video. Again, I've changed my mind with what I want to do there. We've gone one step further. It's far more attractive, but I'm going to save the process of us doing that for another video. The car wash area, the canopy, we've ordered and paid for a proper car wash canopy. It's custom made to suit that area. So we've got a wait time of 8 weeks before we can get it installed, which again would have delayed the video, which ain't a bad thing. Like I keep saying, this is not bad stuff because I see it as nothing but an opportunity to do more and create more. Let's wander upstairs. Again, blue door, it's outside, it's cold. Cut there because I don't want, there's also, not only do I not want to show you the process or the progress story that we've made indoors, but I also don't want you to see some cars that we've bought, because we've bought some seriously special cars here at Binker and for Planet of Dreams that I'm going to stand here because I don't want anyone to see. One of them, in fact, is one of my childhood dream cars, and that video is going live on Wednesday to reveal that. All right, so let's get to the staircase. Yeah, you lot are going to be shocked when you see what car we bought. You're going to be, for some people, the joy this is going to bring you seeing this car on YouTube, like I've never seen a UK creator buy one of these cars and do any form of content on it. So for us, this is completely exclusive to our channel. So yeah, super excited. The staircase, this one's been painted black, the other one's still blue. Again, we want to paint these black, yeah? Signage, I said that we've had issues with signage. We have actually sorted the signage issue. Alexa, turn off. Thank you very much. We've actually sorted those signage issues, and again, it's going to be weeks before they're made. There's a lot to do there, crazy amount of signage, but that problem is solved. And again, do we postpone this video, or do we just stage it over several videos? Before we go into my office, let me wander through here. So we've had this office done, looking a lot better. This here is a vinyl wrap. This is really interesting. So my desk in my office was like a pale maple colour, and I really like my desk. It's a big desk, it's a good desk. It's a big part of my office. I didn't want to replace my desk, so I said to Pavel, can we vinyl wrap my desk? I'm going to show you what it looks like shortly. You're going to be so impressed. Through here, we've got like a little number making area. Kitchen, much better, this kitchen, so much. This is like our secondary kitchen, if you like, that we use for the media team upstairs. So that's a lot better. We've got a shower, toilet upstairs now, which we didn't have before. The carpet in here, the boys just wanted some media stuff on the wall as well. We're going to get signage on the wall, it's going to look so much better. The carpet here used to be blue. Again, didn't expect that. This is silly stuff. I know to you lot, it's only carpet tiles, Cal, but when this blue to black thing, when you start getting into it, there is a crazy amount of blue everywhere. So once I started, I thought, we'll put a toilet in there. And the toilet turned into, let's add an office. And then that turned into, let's replace the kitchen whilst we're at it. And then that turned into, let's have a little spruce up in here. And it really unfolded. And then I was like, do you know what? I'd like to make my office a bit better. So this is what my office looked like before. And if you come in now, and again, a lot of you would have seen this in recent videos, my office is so much better. You can see my desk has now been vinyl wrapped, which again, I'm super pleased about, really happy about. And then behind me, we've got this kind of media wall, if you like, with LED lights. Just makes the filming location, if you like, a lot nicer. So yeah, really pleased with the progress we've made. We've made some incredible progress, and it has, it's cost a few quid, obviously, but it's all stuff that needed to be done, and it's all stuff that's going to make the day-to-day business here at Binker so much better for us. So what I'm going to be doing is, a solution to all of this is there's going to be a part 2, potentially a part 3, I don't know, but there's going to be a second part to this video, and we've begun filming that part already. There's some real nice changes in that video. I know everyone seems to love seeing progress at Binker, so I get asked all the time, let's see a Binker yard update. You've got one now, and you're going to get another one in the coming weeks. So look out for part 2, where we do the showroom, the new photo bay. We're also, another thing that's triggered in my mind is the Calvin's car diary unit, the one with the graffiti wall. Again, we want to do a proper job of that, make it more of a photo studio for us, for the cars. Again, this is just ideas in my head, but there's work to be done there as well. Something else before you go is this new hype button. I don't know what it's all about, but it gets you on a page that puts you in the hype page. Let's get this video somehow on the hype page. I don't know how you do it. I think somewhere in the comments you can just hit hype up this video. If you could do that, that'd be so cool. If we can get this video hyped up, and that'll just give me a little bit of a nudge to get this part 2 up as well. And I think to end this video on a positive high, going back to how this journey began as the new site here at Binker, we are entering our 4th year, which I think I mentioned earlier in the video, and it's been nothing but challenging, but it is also nothing but exciting. And I'm so pleased that we're at this point in our journey now where we're saying, look, this is like a phase 2, if you like, of the development of our new site at Binker. So I am mega excited for the next chapter of the journey. 2026 is already kicking off really good for us, and I intend, or I hope that luck, is it luck? It ain't luck really, is it? That success continues onward and throughout the rest of the year. So guys, I'm done. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, do me a favour and hit the like button, hit subscribe as well if you're new, or whether you're new or not, or you've just been on the channel for ages and you still haven't hit subscribe. I encouraged everyone in the video the other day to hit that subscribe button. So many of you done it. We had our most subscriptions in that one video than we've ever had in any other video. So let's keep that momentum going. We're on a journey now, I think, to 350,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable. And I want to keep that momentum going. Car Vertical, link below. That's it, Car Vertical, don't forget about them. Link below, code CCD to get 20% off when you do a Car Vertical check.
You've done like so many budget challenges before and you failed them all. Please tell me that you passed this one.
Amar, why are you putting me on the spot like that for?
It's my job, isn't it?
So yes, I have failed miserably at my attempt at spending £100,000 developing my yards. But this is YouTube, Amar, and when things go wrong, we like it. I did take a massive L in this video, but like, for example, this is my new Defender, yeah? This is my new Defender. That is lovely, I love it. Beautiful car, I've been daily driving it, and then it breaks down. And to most people, that is bad news. But to us, as a YouTube channel, that is nothing but positive. So yes, I failed, but you know what? I see it as nothing but a positive. So we've apparently had a problem downstairs. Yeah, I like to end every video on a high, but this one, basically, we've had more drainage issues. So, I don't know. So, why the hell does water keep coming back up? Where's it coming from? I don't know, but that's something else that's yet to be concluded in the next part of the Binker development videos.